Okay, good morning. Hopefully online you can hear me. We're having a little bit of audio difficulty. We were in last week testing this, and of course, the day for real, we're having some audio issues. So audio will be fixed by Wednesday. For today, my iPad's going to capture audio. And I'm just looking in the chat room. I think they can hear me. You have another message. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm Dr. Tietz. This is Brian Haas behind me. He's my graduate assistant. He's going to be here every day moderating class. So if you are online, he's who you're going to be chatting with. And we're having, like I said, we're having a little bit of audio difficulty. I should be using a classroom mic instead. I'm using my iPad. Okay, so the first thing off is we're going to go through a lot of things today. And it's going to be about how to attend class and the components of class and what you need to do. So why don't we go to the next slide. Okay, so best way to reach me is via email. We also have Twitter for the class if you want to message me that way. That is all right as well. So wteets@kent.edu. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Next one. Okay, office hours. I have office hours. My office is in room 572 in the College of Business. You can come in person to my office hours, or you can attend online. There's through Collaborate. So if you're not around, you can still see me during office hours. And my office hours are 9:30 to 11 and 1 to 2 on Monday and Wednesday. So same time after class on Mondays and Wednesdays and at 1 o'clock on Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay, graduate assistant, Brian's here. You'll see a lot of him, and he'll be responsible for maintaining the chat window as we go. Okay, syllabus, not handing out a syllabus. Syllabus is always available on Blackboard. If you want the short URL to it, tiny.cc/syllabus fall2013 will get you to the syllabus. And syllabus is always on there. We do have, I forgot in trying to troubleshoot our audio. Usually we're here, well, we were here at 7 a.m. I just have a one-page handout with a bunch of the helpful links that we're doing for class, so if you just want to hand those out. Brian will type in the URL for that in the window. Do you have that? The first day handout. Wait. Okay, so if you're online, Brian's typing in the chat window. The URL for the first day handout is there. What? No. Okay. Ways to get information for the class is, first of all, everything goes through Blackboard. The Blackboard mobile app, if you don't have it yet, I would highly recommend you get it. When I send information out for class, it'll pop up as an announcement, as a notification. Also, email. Do check your spam folder. I've had a couple students tell me they weren't getting my emails because it was going to spam, and the same thing happens to me. A lot of times your emails will go to spam, so I just make it a practice to check my spam folder daily. And then, of course, you can contact me via Twitter. Okay, next. Okay, technical support. There's 3 places you get help for this class in terms of technology. Blackboard. If you go to sign into Blackboard and you do not see the course listed, this is just the first week thing. So you go to sign into Blackboard, you don't see the course listed, send me an email and I'll submit a help ticket for you. Once in a while that happens. But otherwise, with Blackboard, general Blackboard support, the help desk. For Collaborate, the tool that we use to record class and to broadcast it live and all that, there is a link, and there's a 24/7 chat window, and it does work pretty well. I went on it last week, and that was it works fine. And then My Accounting Lab Help, we'll talk about My Accounting Lab. There's also a live chat feature there, and that's 24/7 as well. So those are the places for technical support. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, this class, the unusual thing about this class is you can attend it a variety of ways. The first way is to attend in person, like the people in front of me. But we also have a contingent online, and actually you can do both at the same time. You can attend in here at 7:45. After the first 2 weeks, you could attend at 2:15 as well, same room. I don't care what you do, so you have that in-person option. Now, the second option is the most exciting, I think, that you can be live online during regular class time. So you can be anywhere and be online. It works with your computer, but it also works with mobile devices. I've sent some emails about this. In fact, right now I'm having class on my iPad since we had audio issues. So what you see, let me see if I can show you. This is my iPad. Hopefully my voice will be, I'm not covering up the microphone as I do this. But the class, everything you've seen on the screen here, shows on your device. I can also use it on my phone. So it works, Collaborate, there's an app. It works on Apple devices, so the iPad, iPod, and iPhone. Okay, so what's going on behind me is they're trying to fix the audio for me. So anyways, so all the Apple devices work with the Collaborate app. Android, some of the devices work and some not. Rule of thumb is it's a little bit older Android system will work. The brand new ones won't. So I have a Motorola, I don't know, Razr Max HD or something. It runs Collaborate just fine. I have a Nexus 7 tablet. It does not run Collaborate because it's running Android 4.3. They told me in the chat window that they're working to get more Android versions online, but it does work. I have, if you have a Kindle Fire HD, it also works. So what you can do when you attend online with the Collaborate app is you can see the slides, you can see everything on here, you can hear. Normally we will have a little bit of video before class starts, but the main screen in class is going to be what you see there. What? Okay. So that's pretty exciting. Now, if you're in class here, I would even advise you to have a Collaborate app because we're going to be putting a lot of interactive questions, and you're able to answer questions on your app. So if you have a mobile device running Collaborate, you can answer questions and participate in class. Also, if you have a laptop, you can as well. So we have those two options for you can attend live online or live in person. In an emergency, every day's class is recorded, so we have the ability to, so you can watch it later. And those are recorded. You can click on Collaborate within Blackboard if you're on a computer to watch the recording. And that's pretty nice because it's indexed by slides, so you can go to what you need. And also, I'm uploading the link to YouTube for each day's class so that if you want to watch it on a mobile platform, you can. You can't watch a recording on a mobile platform through Collaborate. So you have those options. Now, the reason you would not do number 3 on a regular basis is we are going to have some pop quizzes in here. The assumption is you will be in class some way. You can take a pop quiz if you're online. You can take a pop quiz if you're here in person. But if you watch it later, you're not going to have the opportunity to take the pop quiz. And we dropped a few quizzes, so it works out. It's not a huge impact on your grade, but the assumption is that you are in class. Do you want to tell Maxwell that he can put that URL in? Yes. Okay, now what I'm showing you here is Blackboard, what resources we have on Blackboard. That's our home page in Blackboard. And I'm going to zoom in on the next slide to that course information in the middle and just point out some commonly needed resources. First of all, the syllabus is right there on the home page. The next textbook and My Accounting Lab registration information, that's what you need to get going on the book for the class. The My Accounting Lab link, first day handout, the one that I just handed out, class session and Collaborate. You can click there just to go to it if you want to go through there. Office hours. So class session and office hours are two different links. Collaborate support. Course calendar. If you use Gmail or Outlook or an iCalendar format, you can click on that and it'll import all the due dates for the course. And then the link for Twitter. Something else to point out, that you have 17 days free access on My Accounting Lab, so there is no reason to wait to get money to sign up for the homework tool or anything like that. So there is 17 days temporary access available on that. Okay, attending class. If you're on a computer, you click on Collaborate and click on attending class, and you can go through that direction. You can also use that short link. It's tiny.cc/ACCT23020. So you can type the short one, or you can go through Blackboard. Okay, now, when you're in Collaborate, the PowerPoints will display on the right. I'm actually displaying PowerPoint now, but remember this is being recorded for people later and people are seeing it online. The first time you use it, you want to run the audio wizard. So up at the upper corner, you click on that and run through it. You do it once. We've only had to do it once on the computers, and it runs. Okay, chat room, if you're online, chat room is in the lower left-hand corner. Okay, emoticons. Okay, next one. Okay, now here's where we get to interactive questions. These interactive questions I put up, not this one, but they show up on quizzes because you have a quiz every week in here, and we'll get to that. So right now I'm just going over the technical side of what you need to do. No, I'm talking about, yes. Do you want to, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So, so interactive questions. So what you do when you answer a question, when you have this window, is you would click, if you're on a computer, you're going to click on the screen. If you're on a mobile device, you're going to click below it. So next slide. So we're going to try one now. So if you're online, if you could answer this, and if you're on a mobile device, the ones at the bottom of the screen. So you would be able. So it's pretty cool, and we'll be pushing out the updates for that as we pushing out the answers for that. Okay. Do you have? You have to understand, Brian's trying to troubleshoot audio with Brad here, and I'm having him advance my slides, and I'm having him do several other things at one time. So what we'll do then, it works much like a clicker without the expense of a clicker. I would encourage you to bring your device to class. Bring a mobile device to class, bring a laptop to class, something, because you'll be able to participate in this. And by the way, when we ask questions, it's very active in here. I'll be walking around asking questions of people. So you'll be participating whether you're online or in person. Okay, next slide. Next one. Oh, Firefox is the recommended browser, or Safari on Mac. There is a chat window for Collaborate help. If you need any help with the Collaborate at all, that works pretty well. Okay, next one. Okay, and as I said, to view class recording, so if there's anything that you need to look at later, you can go to collaborate in Blackboard, or you can click on the home page. There'll be a worksheet that has all the links for class. Every day I record class twice. I'll record it at 7:45. I'll record it at 2:15. The days are the same. The classes are identical. It doesn't matter which one you watch. Some days there'll only be one listed because sometimes, for whatever reason, I don't like one of the recordings, so I'll take it down. So there'll be one there, and then there will be one put on YouTube every day. Those don't show up in YouTube. Okay, so we don't, so on YouTube it might take up to 24 hours. I'm not sure how long, because I have to wait for Collaborate to process it, and then I have to grab it and upload it. So within 24 hours. Audio on? Okay. Okay.
Oh, next slide.
Yes. Right.
More question.
Okay, so let's try it. Everyone that has a device, I'll do show of hands. Who's your favorite box? Okay. So everyone that has a device, let me do the show of hands for those that don't have the devices. What's your major? How many accounting or finance majors? Wow, of course, you're the ones coming to class at 7:45 in the morning. Wonderful. Okay, marketing or managerial marketing? Okay, you're up early too. Good. Okay, can you move the little thing? That thing, because I can't. Okay, okay. The management majors, any management fields? Okay. Other business that I forgot, like econ. I only had 5 choices, so I had to put. Okay, good. Okay, and then non-business majors. Okay, great. What's your major?
Exercise science.
Exercise science. Okay. So let's go on to the next one. Don't show the full class. Okay. How many of you are freshmen technically? Do I have any freshmen in here? A few little hands going up. Okay. How about sophomores? Lots. Good. Juniors? Lots. Okay. How many of you put it off till you're senior? Okay. Any graduate or guest students? Okay. A couple of those. Let's put up the poll from online then. Let's see how that compares. Okay, so online we have over some same kind of proportions as we have in here. So let's see, go next one then. Okay, now, so we're kind of leaving technology off to the side, and now we're talking about the requirements for class. First of all, textbook information. Everything is online. I have a textbook information sheet link online. I've given you on the handout. I should have kept one, huh? So it is number 2 on there. So that link, that gives you the complete instructions for the textbook. No, go back. Yeah. Okay, so you can go to the bookstore and buy it. That will work. But here is an alternate plan. You can go online through My Accounting Lab and pay $55 for My Accounting Lab. So you go online. It'll actually give you a choice of paying $55 or $100. $100 gives you the ebook. But the $55 is just My Accounting Lab. So let's say you do that. You get the $55. And then after you've gotten My Accounting Lab, then you can go back into My Accounting Lab after logging in, and you can click on Purchase Book. And you can purchase a copy of the book. It's loose leaf, but it's the same pages, same paper, same color as the regular hardback version, and that's $50. Okay. So combined it's $105. So you can kind of compare that to the cost of it in the bookstore. You can pay the My Accounting Lab $55 or $50. One of them's 50 and one's 55. It's in that neighborhood. But you can share a book with someone that works, but I would highly recommend that you do have a book. This course, by the way, has a 40% drop in fail rate, okay? And what is that? Typically, I would say the vast majority of people, not vast majority, but I'd say 75% of the people that don't do well in the course, I can predict it watching how much time they spend on their homework and quizzes. This course requires commitment day in and day out. You have to stay caught up with it. If you don't do this week's homework, the chances of you passing the class, very, very slim. If you don't do next week, your chances of passing decrease astronomically, and if you haven't done it by the third week, you're not going to finish. You need to do these first, especially the first month of stuff, is fundamental for everything else we do. So I cannot emphasize enough the need to get going and work through it and get the book. This is not a class you're going to be able to go the night before the test and study. You're going to fail. It's going to happen. This class is not rocket science as long as you keep up with it. You're going to have to put in effort every single week. This class is probably going to take you 6 to 8 hours a week to do everything for the class. And that's the nature of this course. We're using the 9th edition. The 8th edition does not work, but the 9th edition has been out for quite a while anyway. So there's the book. What? My Accounting Lab does not include the book, so you have to read the book. My Accounting Lab's homework, quizzes, and exams. My Accounting Lab, the homework, the quizzes, exams are in My Accounting Lab. Okay. Yes. Okay. My Accounting Lab. Let's say you go to register for My Accounting Lab. You register, you do this week's homework, and then next week you can't remember your password. So you say, oh, I'll just create another account. I'm here to tell you that only one My Accounting Lab account will count for your grade. It's the first one you use. So if you've registered for My Accounting Lab and you've done the homework and then you can't figure out how to get in, you need to reach out to either My Accounting Lab support. You can also email me and I'll point you in the right direction. But don't start a second My Accounting Lab account. One semester I had a person do 4 accounts, and it doesn't, no. So do one My Accounting Lab account. Okay. Just so you know, there's instructions about how to get that book for $50, and it's called a print companion, so we'll go forward on this. Yes, you need to purchase the book. Okay. Course schedule. In Blackboard, the syllabus is there, and due dates are on there. It's also, the due dates for the homework and quizzes are in My Accounting Lab. In general, most weeks you have one homework due and one quiz. Those are due on Saturdays, and then you have another quiz due Sunday. This first week, you have 2 quizzes due this Saturday. So you have a homework, 2 quizzes due, and then a quiz due Sunday. And these won't take long. This is the week that the homework won't take that long. It's a good week to get a good start. You look like you're ready to go. Are you packing up?
No.
Okay. Okay. Homework. So let's talk about homework. Homework is in My Accounting Lab. It's due every week, virtually every week. You can work on your homework until you get 100%. I have an expectation that you should get 100% on every single homework. There is no excuse for not getting 100% on the homework. The homework, when you do a problem, first of all, we do most of the homework problems in class. So when you go online to do the homework, it's the identical problem with different numbers. So all you have to do is be able to work through a different set of numbers. There are so many tools for helping with your homework in My Accounting Lab. There's no reason not to get 100%. You can do it over. If you mess up, you can start over and do it. It's your highest score count. So with this, we do the homework in class. You go online. I'll show you some of the help tools that you have. It is really a powerful program. And so you need 100% on the homework. Don't look at the homework and go, oh, 90%, yoo-hoo, I'm getting an A- in accounting. That doesn't work, because if you get 90% on a homework, that's going to probably translate into about 50% on the exam. If you can't do it on the homework, there's absolutely zero chance you can do it on an exam. So you need to get 100% on the homework. I cannot emphasize enough. That is part, the homework and the quiz together count the same as an exam. So you've got to get your highest scores there. You can drop your one lowest homework at the end of the semester. Okay, so at the end of the semester, drop your one lowest homework. That happens during finals week. It will not happen before then. There are no makeups on any missed assignments. So if you miss a week, that's your drop for whatever reason. We have that policy for that. Okay, this is just a screenshot of my accounting lab, what it looks like. In the middle there, where it says upcoming assignments, I want to caution you on that. Those are the assignments that my accounting lab has that are available to you right now. Every week we have an attendance quiz, which is over the material we cover Monday and Wednesday in class. Because it's over what we cover in class Monday and Wednesday, it's not available until Wednesday afternoon. I actually create these quizzes Wednesday afternoon after I know what we've covered Monday and Wednesday. So that will not show up on upcoming assignments until I've actually created it. And upcoming assignments will always only show 3 things. I have no control. I can't make it show 4. So know that that's just kind of indicating what may be due. If you click on the calendar, if you click on course home, there'll be a calendar option that shows that you can do that. Also on your syllabus. Also, I have a tendency to send reminder announcements out every week. Also, in class each week, I will remind you what's due that week. So there'll be lots of reminders. Okay, if you click on Due Homework, it'll show you a list of the homework that's available. So let's say we clicked on one of the homework. There, okay. So you clicked on one of the homework. I want to show you a couple things that are pretty useful. That top button, Help Me Solve This, that top button will be the best button you use all semester. That Help Me Solve This, what it does is it brings up an alternate problem that looks the same, different numbers, and then walks you step by step how to do it. It's not just showing you the solution, it goes step by step. And you can click through that to get help with any part of it you want, and that will actually coach you through it so that when you're looking at a problem, we did it in class, it looked really easy in class, but then it comes to doing it on your own, you're like, I don't know where to start now. Click on the Help Me Solve That. That'll get you through. On some problems, there's a demo docs example. That's just a little video to walk through it. It shows up on some, others not. Textbook pages will bring you up an exact replica of the page of the textbook that this concept is from. It doesn't bring up the whole textbook. It brings you just up what this is. Did we go forward?
Yeah.
No. Okay. So then the next one is video. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes not. A little video on this. There's a calculator tool, very rudimentary. Then the next button down, Ask My Instructor. So let's say you've worked on the homework. First of all, you should be, in class in one way or another. So we'll have done it in class. There's also a recording of us from class, so you can go back and consult that, because we will have done almost every homework problem in class. But if you're still stuck, then use the Help Me Solve That. If you are absolutely still stuck, do not spend hours on the same homework problem. At some point, you need to wave the white flag. Then there's this button called Ask My Instructor. If you click on Ask My Instructor, it will bring up a little box, and in the little text box, type what issue you're having, saying, give me as much information as you can. Say, I've been taking 12 plus 3 plus this and getting this, but it's wrong. So then once you click that, it sends me what you just typed, but even more importantly, it sends me a link to your exact homework problem so I can see the numbers you're working on. And then I can look and I can usually pretty quickly see what's going wrong, and I can write back to you pretty quickly. So if you have a question about a homework problem, always use the Ask My Instructor button, because it will give me what you're looking at. Otherwise, because if you say on the third homework problem, I'm not going to know what the third homework problem is, nor am I going to know what numbers you have. So the Help Me Solve This and the Ask My Instructor are two of the most wonderful buttons, and they're great for helping with your homework. Between those two buttons, there should be no reason not to get 100% on the homework, and that's to help build up your grade and to build up your understanding. Now. Yes, now you know. Okay, so let's say you put in a correct number. You put in a correct number. They have chunks of information. Sometimes it's one number, sometimes it's 3 or 4 cells of information, and at the bottom you'll click check your answer, and it'll give you 3 tries within that chunk to get it right. So on this one, I typed in the information, I put in the right answer, great. Okay, so then let's say on the next one, I couldn't get it right, and after 3 tries, it cuts me off. And the reason it does this is we don't want you in an endless loop. You can't keep guessing numbers. This is like guessing lottery numbers. So what it does is it cuts you off and it says, okay, you got it wrong, so my accounting lab fills in the right answers for you. It will tell you, no, that's wrong, here's the right answer, and then you go on. You get that part marked wrong, that little chunk wrong, not the whole thing, but a portion of it, and then you go on to complete the homework problem. So you're saying, but you said you could do it as many times as you want. Well, that's true. You have 3 attempts within each chunk, and then it'll give you the information so you can finish it. Once you finish the problem completely, then there'll be a button at the bottom that says Similar Exercise. If you click that Similar Exercise button, it will bring up a clean, fresh homework exercise, and you can start over. You will never be penalized. If you get higher on the second one, you will get the higher score. Okay, and then I wanted to point out when my accounting lab does this, so it gives you the 3 attempts within the little chunk, and then it fills in the right answer, it will put a little red triangle in the corner of the cell. That tells you you got that one wrong, and the answer that shows is the right one. If you mouse over that, if you put your mouse over it, you will see what you entered. It'll say you entered 179,000 or whatever it is. So that little red triangle says you got it wrong, and it is changing the answer. It's changing it to the right answer, and you have the opportunity when you're all done to do another one. Your audio. Next slide. Next slide. I already did that one. Okay. Okay, there's the Similar Exercise button. Once you have to complete the entire exercise to do it over. Okay. Next one. Okay, when you're done with your homework, you can always review it. It'll show you the results, and to the right of the name of the homework, there'll be a link called Review, and you can look at it. It'll tell you your score. Okay, if you click on Results, you can also click on Overall Score. That'll bring up your overall score in the class that is weighted correctly. Now, until we have an exam, it's weighting everything based on quizzes and homework. So then once your exam's in there, it weights it as though the class would end today, and the weighting that's in the syllabus is in my accounting lab. So you can always check that. That is what your overall grade in the class will be. When we have pop quizzes, it'll take me up to 2 weeks to get the pop quiz in here, but you will see the pop quizzes appear in here as well. Okay? Now, on to quizzes. We have roughly 2 kinds of quizzes. We have 2 quizzes per week, most weeks, except this week we have 3 if you count Sunday as part of this week. We have one attendance quiz, one video quiz. We're dropping the lowest 2 quizzes at the end of the semester. You get 2 attempts per quiz, and your score is the highest of the 2 attempts. So if you try it, I would not waste my attempt. Don't take the first quiz saying, oh, let me guess my way through it, because then invariably when you take the second quiz, you'll get a question you don't like that you get wrong, and you want that first attempt back. So always try on both of them. Okay, they are in my accounting lab, and like homework, there's no makeup. I have this policy that we drop your 1 lowest homework and your 2 lowest quizzes. That's an entire week's worth of material. I have that to cover anything that happens. Your power's out, your computer dies, your internet's out, you're sick, whatever. If you get into long-term illness, like you're in the hospital for 2 weeks, then that's a different conversation. But for the most part, no, you cannot fall behind in this class. If you fall behind in this class, it's just so hard to get caught up. Okay, so we have 2 kinds of quizzes. The first is an attendance quiz. And most attendance quizzes will become available by 5 p.m. on Wednesday. They are not available before that. So the attendance quiz for this week will not be available till Wednesday afternoon. It's due Saturdays at 11. Approximately on the attendance quiz, roughly 5 multiple choice questions, 5 to 10, somewhere in that range. Attendance quizzes, if you've come to class, if you've taken notes, attendance quizzes you should get 100% on or very close to it. And then it should, I would say most attendance quizzes, if you've taken notes, should take 5 to 10 minutes at most. Okay, so they're not bad. It covers what we did in class. Also under this umbrella of attendance quiz are the pop quizzes. Sometimes, a few times during the semester, we are going to have a pop quiz. If you're online or in class with internet access, you'll be able to take your quiz online right then. And if you're in class without internet access, you will take it in paper. So those will happen at undetermined times during the semester. I found one of the best predictors of whether someone does well in this class or not is consistent attendance. So I don't want to get into this thing of where I'm taking attendance every day because that feels high schoolish, but we'll do a couple just to incentivize you to come to class. Okay, now, video quizzes. Video quizzes are due Sunday nights. They're kind of a different animal. In class, today is one of the few days that I'm talking the whole time. Most days this will not occur. Most days I'm asking questions and you're answering and participating. So I don't like to lecture because I always think, why should I just stand up here and lecture? So the conceptual material is in little videos, fairly short videos. They're on Blackboard, but we have video quizzes over those videos that are on Blackboard. Those videos are due Sunday nights. Those video quizzes are due Sunday nights. Now, how this works is in any given week, the video quiz that's due Sunday night is over the material for the upcoming week. So those are the basic rudimentary fundamentals that you need to come to class. Because when you come to class, we're going to start class out with questions about the material. And most of the time I'll start out with questions. I like to start out with true-false questions, and sometimes a lot of people get them wrong, and that's fine, and it's okay to be wrong here in class, but that's how you learn. And by committing to an answer and then finding out it's not what you thought it was. So these video quizzes are due Sunday night. So you can do them anytime. They're available. The video quizzes are available now, and the videos are available now. The videos are on Blackboard. I'll send reminders out about this as well. Now this week, because you didn't complete the video quiz before class this week, on Wednesday I will be lecturing per se some. So I'll be talking about material on Wednesday that I wouldn't normally. And then by Sunday you would watch the video quiz videos and take the quiz, and then Wednesday next week we'll be covering, we'll be doing questions and problems having to do with that. Okay, and how you find those videos on Blackboard is in the left-hand side under Units 1, 2, and 3. you would click, for example, Unit 1 is everything on Exam 1, Unit 2 is everything on Exam 2, and Unit 3 is on Exam 3. Okay, so you would click on Unit 1, and once you click on Unit 1, okay, you get towards the bottom of the screen, it'll show you the videos. Now, every quiz, regardless of whether it's an attendance quiz or it's a video quiz, is numbered sequentially. I think we have like 26 quizzes in here, 30 quizzes, something like that. The only quizzes that are not sequentially numbered are the pop quizzes, because I don't know when they're going to be. So this video lecture, it tells you it's video quiz 3. So there's course intro quiz 1, attendance quiz 2, video quiz 3. So as long as in my accounting lab you're following a numbering system, you're good. You know that, boy, 3 is the next thing due. So these are the lectures to deal with video quiz 3. It's all over chapters 1. Those are fairly short. These aren't hour-long lectures. And then it's due September 1st. So those are the lectures. You watch these. There is nothing, by the way, to prevent you from having the quiz open and the videos open too. So it's not like, boy, it's going to shut me down. So you can watch the videos and go back and forth on the quiz. The quizzes in here have no time limit, other than if they're due, and I say 11 p.m. because that's easier to type than 11:59. Everything's due at 11 p.m., but you have about an hour. It's probably not going to submit till midnight, okay? But there is no time limit on the quiz. So there's no reason that if you get to a question and you don't know it in the quiz, you can go back and look it up. Many of the video quiz questions tell you which learning objective it comes from. Not all of them, but many of them. Some of the video quiz questions you do have to refer to the book too. And the video quizzes, the videos themselves tell you what page in the book that this learning objective is from. Okay, but most of the time you're going to find them mainly in the videos. Okay, so let's answer a question now. How many homeworks are dropped at the end of the term? You want to answer? You would love to, right? I'm going to put you on the spot here. Let's see if Brian did his part right here. Go like that. Yeah. I hope. Yeah. Yes, Brian did his part right. Okay. And you got it right. Okay. You were on the spot and you did it. Okay. So, so let's go ahead and display what we got online here. We'll make it bigger. You can. Just click it and drag it. Okay. Okay. The answer is 1. Okay, so we got that one right. It's 1. B. Nice. And then when that happens to me, I can never get it turned off fast enough. And I know someday in class I'm going to have a phone call. So, I'll forget my audio to turn it silent on my phone. Anyways, okay. So how many quizzes are dropped at the end of the term? Okay, your turn. No. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. So I'll turn it on. The one that you pressed first, that was raising your hand. Okay. Okay. Isn't it easy? You guys have phones? Look, you could do it on your phone. You could forget to turn your audio off and we can all hear you too. Okay. 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 So go ahead and display it. Okay. So 2 quizzes dropped at the end of the term. Okay. Next. Okay. Okay. Now we get to the difference between the sections. There are 3 exams in this class. Okay. So those are in the syllabus. It's on the calendar. The dates, you have 3 days to take the exams. They'll be over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The week of each exam, we do not have class. Okay, your job that week is to take the exam. Now, you're awfully excited about not having class. This is the first day. Nathan, okay. Well, you can attend class and kind of like eat breakfast during class. Yeah. So, Okay, now, there are 4 sections of this class. I assume most of you are in section 1. Section 1, there's a few people in section 8. Okay, here's the difference between the class and the system, and it has to do with how you take the exam. No. Okay, so sections 1 and 2, that's the traditional format where you're registered for the face-to-face. You will take the exams in the computer lab on the 2nd floor of this building, and it will run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, approximately 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. You will go wait in line depending on what day. Probably not a line on Monday, so that works. Probably will be a line on Wednesday, because remember, I have I have about 400 students taking the exam in the lab. So you've got those, and you go wait in line, take your exam in the lab. Okay, so that's sections 1 and 2. How you take the exam is completely controlled by which section you're in. You don't get a choice. So that's option A. Option B is to enroll in section 7 or 8. 8 is actually the sister of this 745 online. You can attend at 745 online or in person, it doesn't matter, but how you take the exam. If you register for section 8, this is really cool. I used it this summer and I used it last semester. You will take your exam online. You need a webcam and high-speed internet, but you will take your exam online and you will have a virtual proctor, not virtual proctor, an online proctor, which means you have this little window in the corner of your screen of your proctor. You figure they watch you in the lab, so it's kind of creepy on one level, but on the other level you think, I can take my exam at home in the comfort of my home. I don't have to wait in line. If I do my best work at 11 o'clock at night, that's when I can schedule my exam. You will be able to take your exam Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, anytime. You don't have to go by proctor hours. You schedule your exam at least 72 hours in advance with ProctorU. There's no additional cost to you. So if you want to do that option, you can. And there is a person, the nice thing about ProctorU is there is a person there. So, and they give you a phone number, so if there's any issue, you can actually talk to a person. This isn't a machine that you're doing. Yes?
How do you get like the code? So you know how like in the lab they give you the put in the password?
The proctor, okay, she's asking how you get the password to take the exam. Well, ProctorU, they actually put it in for you. So you just have to picture that this person on your screen can do everything a proctor can in the lab. But, and I would encourage you, if you don't want to wait in line, to go ahead and switch to section 8. There's room in section 7 and 8. And I set those up so that you would have that choice. You're going to have to make that choice in the next week or so. All the registration for accounting classes closes after this week, so you've got to make a decision. It's up to you entirely what you feel comfortable doing. If you can also go to the library, if you do ProctorU and your computer would break or whatever, the library has computer equipment that will work as well. Basically what happens, you have to show ProctorU ID and then you show them your room. Yes?
When you talk about you have to wait in line, how many people can sit in the room and how long do you have to wait?
Okay, the question was when I talk about how you have to wait in line, how long do you have to wait? It is totally unknown. Someday it just depends on the demand for how many exams are going on. During finals week, for example, there'll be 4,000 exams administered in the lab. There's 2 rooms, 72 computers, okay? So, and those exams run from an hour to 2 hours. And it's kind of fluid. We have had situations in the past where if you wait till the last day of the exam, the line can stretch down to this room from the other end of the building, which is ugly. But I always tell people, do not wait till the last day. If you plan your life around the exam and you think, I'm going to take it Monday, Monday is not a popular day to take it, okay? You will not have to wait in line 99% of the time on a Monday. But if you wait till Wednesday night, you're taking a risk that you'll get in at all. So I can't predict. If we could, we wish we could predict how many were in there, and we're not sure. So if you go earlier in the morning, like at 9 a.m., that chances are you won't wait as long either. So it's a matter of managing, but we can't tell you for sure. Yes. Not even going. I'm not even thinking about that yet. How many questions are on the exam? When I make the exam up, before the exam, I will put out information about the exam. You will have it, and you will have that question answered then. But I don't have the exam made up yet, so don't know. Okay, all exams, by the way, are in my accounting lab. They will look and feel like your homework and quizzes. You will have homework problems on your exam. Remember how I said if you don't get 100% on the homework, you're going to get a lot lower on the exam? Part of that is because homework problems show up on the exam. You also have some multiple choice on the exam. So my accounting lab is going to look and feel, the exams are going to look and feel. Okay, I'm not going to talk any more about exams right now because that's getting ahead of ourselves. I will tell you everything closer to exam. Our first exam is 5 weeks from now, and it's not on my mind right now. But you will have information about it before the exam. Okay. Okay, to be successful in this course, as I said, on average, it takes 6 to 8 hours a week to do the material for this class. You have to read the book. Again, I can point out someone who's not going to be successful just by observing what they do and talking to them. Read the textbook. You need to read the textbook. We cannot cover everything in class that's in the textbook. And read the textbook before class, because then when you come to class, things start making sense. A lot of times you read the textbook and you're like, that doesn't really make sense. But then you come to class and we start talking about things and applying it, and the pieces start to fit together. Attend class. Attend class in some way, shape, or form. So be here in front of me or be online, but either way, and when you attend, participate. And by participate, I mean answer the questions, try the problems, work on them. When you make a commitment, when you're working in class and you do a problem and you get it wrong, there's value in that, because once you get it wrong and then you hear the right answer, then you're like, why? And then we restructure that knowledge. So it really is helpful to participate. Do homework as many times as you need to learn the material to get that 100%. You should be, if you don't get 100% on the homework, I'm going to be emailing you and nagging you about it, so you might as well do it or you're going to get more emails from me. View the video lectures. It's pretty obvious to me when I look at scores. So I will put 5 questions, let's say for example on an attendance quiz. There's 5 questions on the attendance quiz. Every single question we did in class. Now keep in mind, class, you could come and write everything down. You're welcome during class to snap screenshots or pictures of questions. That all works fine. I don't care. But class is also recorded. So let's say you're doing the attendance quiz and I have someone every week that gets 1 or 2 right out of 5. What does that tell me? They're not going to class. They're not looking at the lecture. They're just guessing. Okay, so that is usually an indicator that person's going to not do well. Also, video quizzes, watch the video lectures and answer. You should get close to 100% on quizzes. You have 2 attempts on each quiz. So if you try your best on the first one and get one wrong, try your best on the second. Chances are you'll get 100%. Take quizzes after you prepare. Don't take the quiz and say, oh, I'll just wing it, see if I can guess, and then I'll do a second one if I have to. Do try. With a 40% drop fail rate, it's actually the DF drop rate. With that drop rate, I can predict in that first couple of weeks who's not going to do well. If you're not getting 100% on your homework and quizzes, that's a pretty good indication that you're not going to do very well in the course. Now, if you're getting 100% on both, that's not everything you need to do either, but we'll talk more as we go. Okay, if you email me, I will email you back, and I put 24 to 48 hours just to give myself some leeway. Chances are I'm going to email you back pretty quickly. I must ask for your patience the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, my email volume is pretty crippling. I have 700 students, and I welcome emails, but what you need to understand is I'm going to get back to you as fast as possible. So my goal is to get back to you right after it comes into my email. Of course, when I'm in class, I can't respond to emails until I get home back. Or I could be in transit somewhere. But my goal, the first 2 weeks, is to get you the help you need right away. So this 24 to 48 hours, probably not going to happen. But I will get back to you as fast as I can. So usually you're going to hear from me pretty fast. Do not email me after an hour and say, did you get my email? But I'm going to do my best to get back to you. But keep in mind that I do have this huge volume of email, so these first 2 weeks are not my weeks that I'm going to be warm and fuzzy in my emails. So I'm not going to go, hi Clara, how are you? You know, it's going to be pretty abrupt. It's not that I'm being abrupt, it's that I have another 20 emails to answer and I'm short on time. So I apologize. I do try to be friendly in the emails, but sometimes I just send you a link because I can answer that fast. My prime objective this first 2 weeks is to get you the information you need as fast as possible. I do ask that you overlook any brevity on my part, and also kind of look at that home page in Blackboard, because I've got those 10 resources that do answer a lot of questions. But so you can ask me those questions and I will get back to you. I always like to put 24 to 48 hours and then answer a lot faster than that. Okay. Let's skip this question. We know this. Okay. The difference between the sections is the location of the exam. That is yes. Okay. Now, for this class, we'll talk more later on because this is a ton of information. There is tutoring over in the Academic Success Center, and I will be posting about this as well. So, and this information is on Blackboard. I think right now this schedule is still relates. They have not updated it, so it still relates to spring, but there will be tutoring available. Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute. Can we display the chat questions so I can address those now?
That is one.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, can you scroll up? Are there any that I missed, or did you get them all? Okay, are both of the attendance and video quizzes available Wednesday after 5 on my time up? The video quizzes are available before Wednesday. They're available at the beginning of the week. So you've got a week on those. The attendance quiz is the one that doesn't pop up till Wednesday afternoon because class goes till Wednesday afternoon. Okay? Okay. Is that anything else? Okay. For section 7 and 8, you need a webcam and high-speed internet or access to that for the exam itself. I'm going to pause before we go any further. So I've got more, but does anyone have questions? I'm going to do a pause here. You have questions? See, this is the problem of sitting in front. I already picked on you. What about you? Any questions? Oh, somebody raised their hand. Well, hello. How are you guys?
How are you?
Good. These are some of my students from FYE. Yeah, not this year, but yeah.
My question was, like, if we're already enrolled in this class and like the time schedule, then we have to like enroll in section like 1 or 2 or something like that.
Okay, are you asking?
She's on that whole 7, 8, 1, 2.
Okay. If you want to take the exams in the lab, you have to be in sections 1 or 2. Okay, so.
Are we already in that stuff?
I don't know without looking at your schedule.
Oh, but I could be in all that.
Yes. Yeah. So if you want to take the exams in the lab, look at your schedule. If you're in sections 1 and 2, you'll be taking it in the lab. If you want to take the exams online with ProctorU, you have to be in section 7 or 8. Okay? Okay. Yes?
If we want to go to 7 or 8, we do what?
If you want to go 7 or 8, it's a schedule change in Flashline. You just, within the next few days, just go to Flashline, and you would have to add one of those sections and drop the one that you're in. Okay. Somebody else have their hand open? Hand open. Hand up? 7:45 is early. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
In the bookstore, if you go to the bookstore by the accounting lab, does the book come with it?
If you buy the package at the bookstore, it does include the book and the access code, yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Did you have your hand up or you just, no, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Don't raise your hand up at all. She'll call on you. Anyone else? Was that a hand up? Oh, okay. What's with the webcam and high-speed internet? Okay, that's if you're in section 7 or 8 and you're taking the exam, you need high-speed internet and a webcam for the exam, or you can go to the library and use their equipment. That's all. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, okay. I'll get to online next.
So if we're section 1 and we want to switch to 7 or 8, are we still entitled to come to this class, or do we have a choice between this one and the 215?
Okay. Okay. So let me recap the question here. So if you're in section the 745 class right now, the face-to-face section, and you want to switch to the online section, you can still go to any section you want. So it doesn't. So if you register the 745 online, you can actually attend the 745 in person, and you can also attend the 215 in person after the first 2 weeks. Okay? Okay, so would it be cheaper to buy the book and passcode online or in the bookstore? Well, not the bookstore is the answer. And, well, the bookstore charges, I think, last time I looked, it was like $180 and $175. Okay. So, and online you could get it for $105, but we have a suggestion here about renting the book and buy My Accounting Lab separate. Okay, so I haven't investigated that, but that's certainly a possibility. Those instructions that I provide for you tell you how to get the code. So you get the code, then whatever you do for your book, you have options there. Yes. Wait. We're going to try something new. You're going to talk into my iPad. Okay, go ahead.
The videos for the video quizzes are available on Blackboard, right?
Yes, the videos, I love this. Okay, the videos for the video quizzes are on Blackboard. On the left-hand side, you would click on Unit 1, and then it'll bring up all the ones for now. Okay. Okay, you want to talk too. Here. You can talk quietly. Yeah,
okay.
I shoved my iPad in your face.
Right,
Go ahead.
So everything is due on My Accounting Lab. Like everything that we do, everything we turn in is going to be on My Accounting Lab, right?
Yes, everything you turn in is on My Accounting Lab. You have stuff due on Saturdays and on Sundays.
Right,
yes.
But the videos are not.
The videos are in Blackboard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said we can have the video up and the quiz up as well?
Yes, you can have the video up and the quiz up as well at the same time. We are not done yet. I'm going to give you your money's worth here. 14 minutes left. Anyways, no. But yes, you can have the video open and the video quiz open. There is no time limit on the quiz, so you can. By the way, if you're ever in a quiz and you lose your internet connection or your computer freezes, that doesn't count. It doesn't submit it. You restart your computer and go back into My Accounting Lab, take a quiz. It'll show you that one attempt's been used, but when you click on it, you'll be back in your original quiz. So there's no problem with that. If you leave, as long as you don't click submit, you're golden, okay? And you have 2 attempts. Now, the other thing is the attendance quizzes for class. There is nothing to prevent you from having the attendance quiz open and the recording from class open, too. Okay. So you can always have recordings open at the same time.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Well, I'm planning on coming to class, so I'll just have to take the attendance. Like, I don't have to bring up the recorded one. Right.
If you come to class, you don't have to bring up the recorded unless you're like, I don't remember that. I didn't write that down, and you can look it up.
And that's on Blackboard? The recordings are on Blackboard?
The recordings are on Blackboard under Collaborate, but there's also Excel spreadsheet that lists the YouTube link. So in case you wanted to bring it up on your phone or whatever, you could. Okay. Because the recordings you can't bring up through Collaborate on your phone, but you can do the YouTube. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Who else? Oh, yes.
The video, for the video quizzes, there are lectures on the book? Is that what?
Yeah, the videos for the video lectures are on the book.
If you're reading the book, you still have to watch them. If you're reading the book, you just say quiz.
If you want 100%, I would be watching them, because a lot of times in the videos, like the first ones you'll be watching this week, I used examples of Kent's businesses. So you're not going to find those in your book, because I'm going to say, what example did you know? So yeah, you need to watch them. Yeah, okay. Okay, will the recording stay up all semester? Yes, you can watch this class over and over the entire semester. And future semesters you could too. But yes. Where are the extra yellow pages? Back in the back? We have extra? I had extra. Oh, can we pass them? Could you bring them over here? Well, let me pass them. Let me coordinate this here. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Here you go. Thank you. Okay. Any questions up here? Yes. Yellow paper. Okay. Let me go back here. Thank you. Sorry about that. They were stuck over there. Okay. 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 So at the end, if you could give them back to me at the end, the extra. Okay, any other questions? I'm working my way down sequentially here. Anyone here? Okay, can you talk loud?
Is the book like a 2013 edition, or would there be a possibility to get it used?
The book is a 2013, but in publisher lingo, that means it came out in 2012. So there will be used copies, and you're also available to rent it. But you need the My Accounting Lab portion, and whatever you do after that, yeah, look at your options. It's been in use for at least a year. Okay. Any other questions as I walk down through here? Any questions? So are you going to attend class on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Alyssa. I didn't recognize you right away. Okay. How's everything?
Good.
Good. Okay. Another FYE student. Okay. Anybody else?
There's somebody over there.
Oh, I'm going in order. Okay. No. I got blinders on. Anybody over here? Okay.
Are there multiple attempts for the video quiz?
Yeah, there are 2 attempts on every single quiz. We just keep it simple. 2 on every one. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Watching the videos, you said there's like 6 videos or something online. Do those every week.
Mm-hmm.
Come to class. Are there going to be slides that we'll be able to print out and like go along with those out and stay with you, or just bring our own notes and like.
Okay. In class, there are no PowerPoints to follow along, because the good thing is I'm not going to be standing up here droning on, except for today. Oh, and Wednesday, but other than that. But most of the time not. But what we're going to be doing in class is we're going to be doing the homework problems. So the book, especially the end of chapter, that's what you need, because we'll be doing those problems. You will not have time to copy down the whole problem if you don't have the book. So that would be useful to have. And then we'll be doing multiple choice questions, so you might take notes and do, so that's what we're doing in class. Now keep in mind, everything we do in class is recorded. So later on, you're welcome, you can grab a screenshot of something, so it's not like a fleeting moment and gone. It's going to be recorded. Yeah, and we do a lot of questions in class, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyone else? Do we have any online? Okay, I really wasn't making fun of you. This is just 7:45 in the morning. It's kind of fun time to have. It's actually my preference. I love 7:45. And Brian was so excited when he found out he was assigned to be my grad assistant, because everyone knows what time we start. So he just said, if you're online, he just said his first class is at 12:30. By the way, here's a plug for you accounting majors. Brian was an undergrad accounting major here at Kent. He's now in the master's program, getting his master's in accounting. He you interned at CUNY last summer, this last summer, and don't you have a job there?
Yes.
And he has a job there waiting for him when he graduates in another year. My team success leader in FYE, Haley, still my leader this year, she got an internship at Grant Thornton, and she has a job waiting for her in 2 years when she graduates. So talk about taking the pressure off. She's got a job waiting. All she needs to do is maintain her grades, and she's golden. And that's kind of like Brian. So job market for accounting people is wonderful. Okay, so then speaking of Haley and Brian, we have something else in common. Something else just to whet your appetite. So if you're an accounting major, something you could really think this is wonderful, you know what I'm going to say, is I take a group of accounting majors every May to Paris and London. And Brian went, and there's scholarship money available, and it's a 2-week study abroad course that counts as an accounting elective, and it is graded, so you can earn an A in it pretty easily if you do everything. And I'll be talking about that later this semester. This is just on my mind. You have to have completed this class by time. So you would be eligible if you're in good standing in December to go, but we go to Paris and London, and this year we're going to Scotland, and so for 2 weeks, and it's an awesome experience. We visit the International Accounting Standards Board. Yeah. So, yeah, I know, you're thinking, right? You an accounting major? Oh, well, okay. Yeah, you've got audio. Yeah. So, okay, so do we have more slides? Yeah. Yes, we do. Okay, students registered with the Accessibility Office, just contact me privately. Okay. Options for help, the Help Me Solve This Fund, the Ask My Instructor, office hours, the tutoring center. Back to your question, no PowerPoints for the class. You need your textbook in class. We're going to start using it Wednesday. We're going to do end of chapter on Wednesday. We're doing chapter 1 on Wednesday, by the way. Don't pack up. I have 4 minutes left. Yeah, next. Yes. Okay. Anyone want to hear about my brand new program, Get Out of Jail Free card? Basically, it's not a card. It's just the idea. Yeah. Okay. So next slide. This has the details. Okay. You have an opportunity to earn 1 more drop on a homework or a quiz. And I don't think it's too bad, but you have to come visit me for 2 minutes, okay? So 2 minutes of your time, my office, and you have to share something interesting about you. And everybody has something interesting about them. So you come and you share something interesting about you. I will more than likely maybe snap your picture and write your name down, just so that I remember who's who. And so that gets recorded, okay? So then you have to do that by October 23rd, which is sometime before the second exam. Then, by December 2nd, sometime this semester, when you've missed a quiz or you've missed a homework or you totally messed it up, or you missed a pop quiz, anything like that. So you've missed something or you totally screwed it up. Doesn't matter if you missed it or messed it up. Either way, you have to revisit me for 2 minutes. And the 2 minutes on the revisit is just to say hi, but also to sit there while I sign into my computer and open up that assignment for you for 1 week. So you have 1 week. And if it's a pop quiz, I'll have to figure out what the alternative is. But you'll have a do-over on one thing you've missed. And the fine print and everything's on Blackboard. So you can earn 1 extra thing. And it doesn't take too much of a commitment. And I just want you to be able to find my office. And you can do that anytime between now and October 23rd. So you have to do that part. I didn't want everyone coming to visit me finals week. What good is it to get to know you the last week of the semester? So the idea is to see you earlier. Okay, next. Okay, let's not do the official question here, but everyone, are there assignments due this Saturday? Yes, there are. Yes. Okay, great. Okay, next. Okay. What does the visit before October 23rd? The visit before October 23rd gives you the opportunity to come back by December 2nd. You have to come meet me and tell me something interesting. And keep in mind, if you're in section 7 and 8, you have the option of doing this online. Anyone can come to my office in person, but if you're in 7 and 8, you can visit me online. But you have to do that to be eligible to get the drops in when you need it. Okay, so what's next? Well, we have class Wednesday, and I'm sure you're all looking forward to it. Bring your mobile devices, bring your computer, and by Wednesday we should have audio all figured out by then. You know, we had this room, we had everything working on Monday a week ago, so who knows what happened in the week. So any other questions? And look, you're getting out a minute early. Oh, yes. Well, we're going to use it on Wednesday. Are you going to fail because you don't have it Wednesday? No. So, yeah, sooner the better. Okay, bye. Have a nice week. Okay.